A.
Indefinite article used with nouns.
He's a teacher. Ability.
The quality of being able to perform.
He was proud of his daughter's ability to read and write. Able.
Having the necessary means or skill or know-how or authority to do something.
She was able to swim at the age of 6. About.
Of quantities imprecise but fairly close to correct.
He's about 30 years old. Above.
In or to a place that is higher.
Light filtered through a tiny window above the door. Accept.
Consider or hold as true.
I cannot accept the dogma of this church. According.
In agreement with or accordant with.
According to instructions. Account.
A formal contractual relationship established to provide for regular banking or brokerage or business services.
He asked to see the executive who handled his account. Across.
Transversely.
The marble slabs were cut across. Act.
A manifestation of insincerity.
He put on quite an act for her benefit. Action.
Put in effect.
He actioned the operation. Activity.
Any specific behavior.
They avoided all recreational activity. Actually.
In actual fact.
No one actually saw the shark. Add.
Join or combine or unite with others.
We added 2 students to that dorm room. Address.
The place where a person or organization can be found or communicated with.
She wondered if she had come to the wrong address. Administration.
A method of tending to or managing the affairs of some group of people, especially the group's business affairs.
The administration of the army was divided between a number of bodies. Admit.
Declare to be true or admit the existence or reality or truth of.
He admitted his errors. Adult.
A fully developed person from maturity onward.
Children should be accompanied by an adult. Effect.
Have an effect upon.
Will the new rules affect me? After.
Happening at a time subsequent to a referenced time.
2 hours after that. Again.
Anew.
They rehearsed the scene again. Against.
In opposition to.
Swimming against the tide. Age.
How long something has existed.
It was replaced because of its age. Agency.
A business that serves other businesses.
An advertising agency. Agent.
A representative who acts on behalf of other persons or organizations.
My agent told me that someone wanted to make a film out of my novel. Ago.
In the past.
60 years ago my grandfather came to the U.S. Agree.
Be in accord.
We agreed on the terms of the settlement. Agreement.
The statement oral or written, of an exchange of promises.
They had an agreement that they would not interfere in each other's business. Ahead.
At or in the front.
The road ahead is foggy. Air.
A mixture of gases, especially oxygen, required for breathing.
Open a window and let in some air. All.
Used with either mass or count nouns to indicate the whole number or amount of or every one of a class.
All parties are welcome. Allow.
Make it possible through a specific action or lack of action for something to happen.
The sealed door won't allow the water come into the basement. Almost.
Of actions or states, slightly short of or not quite accomplished.
The baby was almost asleep when the alarm sounded. Alone.
Isolated from others.
I want to be alone. Along.
With a forward motion.
We drove along admiring the view. Already.
Prior to a specified or implied time.
She has already graduated. Also.
In addition.
He's also very good at sport. Although.
In spite of the fact that.
Although the sun was shining, it wasn't that warm. Always.
At all times.
I will always be there to help you. American.
A native or inhabitant of the United States.
Her husband is American. Among.
Surrounded by.
You're among friends. Amount.
The relative magnitude of something with reference to a criterion.
An adequate amount of food for 4 people. Analysis.
An investigation of the component parts of a whole and their relations in making up the whole.
An analysis of popular culture. And.
Together with.
Bread and butter. Animal.
A living organism characterized by voluntary movement.
Domestic animals such as dogs and cats. Another.
Any of various alternatives.
Put it off to another day. Answer.
A statement either spoken or written, that is made to reply to a question or request or criticism or accusation.
I waited several days for his answer. Any.
One or some or every or all without specification.
Give me any pages you don't want. Anyone.
Any person or people.
Does anyone remember him? Anything.
Used to refer to a thing, no matter what.
Would you like anything else? Appear.
Come into sight or view.
He suddenly appeared at the wedding. Apply.
Put into service.
I apply this rule to get good results. Approach.
Move towards.
We were approaching our destination. Area.
A particular geographical region of indefinite boundary, usually serving some special purpose or distinguished by its people or culture or geography.
It was a mountainous area. Argue.
To disagree or fight by using angry words.
We're always arguing with each other about money. Arm.
Part of the body between the shoulder and the hand.
She touched him gently on the arm. Around.
By a circular or circuitous route.
The road goes around the pond. Arrive.
Reach a destination.
She arrived home at 7 o'clock. Art.
The creation of beautiful or significant things.
He said that architecture is the art of wasting space beautifully. Article.
One of a class of artifacts.
An article of clothing. Artist.
A person whose creative work shows sensitivity and imagination.
A makeup artist. As.
To the same degree.
He is every bit as mean as she is. Ask.
Inquire about.
I asked about their special today. Assume.
Accept without verification or proof.
I assume his train was late. At.
Used to show an exact position or particular place.
They arrived late at the airport. Attack.
To try to hurt or defeat using violence.
A child is recovering in hospital after a serious attack by a stray dog. Attention.
A general interest that leads people to want to know more.
She was the center of attention. Attorney.
A professional person authorized to practice law.
The defendant will have trouble finding an attorney. Audience.
A gathering of spectators or listeners at a, usually public, performance.
Someone in the audience began to cough. Author.
A writer of a book, article, or report.
The author of the article didn't check his facts. Authority.
The power or right to give orders or make decisions.
He has the authority to issue warrants. Available.
Not busy.
He was available and willing to accompany her. Avoid.
Keep out of the way of someone or something.
Her former friends now avoid her. Away.
Not present.
You must not allow a stranger into the house when your mother is away. Baby.
Very young child.
The baby began to cry again. Back.
The posterior part of a human or animal, body from the neck to the end of the spine.
His back was nicely tanned. Bad.
Having undesirable or negative qualities.
His sloppy appearance made a bad impression. Bag.
A flexible container with a single opening.
He stuffed his laundry into a large bag. Ball.
Round object that is hit or thrown or kicked in games.
The ball traveled 90 miles per hour on his serve. Bank.
A financial institution that accepts deposits and channels the money into lending activities.
He cashed a check at the bank. Bar.
A room or establishment where alcoholic drinks are served over a counter.
He drowned his sorrows in whiskey at the bar. Base.
The bottom or lowest part.
The base of the mountain. B.
Exist.
There must be something wrong. Beat.
Come out better in a competition, race, or conflict.
We beat the competition. Beautiful.
Delighting the senses or exciting intellectual or emotional admiration.
A beautiful painting. Because.
For the reason that.
I ran because I was afraid. Become.
Enter or assume a certain state or condition.
He became annoyed when he heard the bad news. Bed.
A piece of furniture that provides a place to sleep.
The room had only a bed and chair. Before.
Earlier in time.
He called me the day before, but your call had come even earlier. Begin.
Start.
It was beginning to snow. Behavior.
Manner of acting or controlling yourself.
We are absolutely disgusted with his behavior. Behind.
In or toward the rear.
The final runners were far behind. Believe.
Accept as true.
I believed his report. Benefit.
An advantage or profit gained from something.
Enjoy the benefits of being a member. Best.
Having the most positive qualities.
The best film of the year. Better.
More highly skilled than another.
She's better in math than in history. Between.
In the middle.
Philip stood between his parents. Beyond.
At or to the further side of.
Beyond those hills there is a river. Big.
Above average in size or number or quantity or magnitude or extent.
A big group of scientists. Bill.
An itemized statement of money owed for goods shipped or services rendered.
He paid his bill and left.